Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel where I talk about all things sustainable, eco-friendly, and consumer conscious. Today I'm gonna bust 5 sustainability myths that people still believe today. If you remember, a few weeks ago on my Instagram, I put a call to action through my stories to see if you have any eco myths that you would like to be busted. So some of them are gonna be appearing here, some of them I've saved for later, and some I've added to the list today. If you are new to the channel, welcome and thank you for joining me. If you like anything that has to do with sustainable lifestyle, including my gray hair, then consider subscribing down below and liking this video so more people can see it and help me spread the word about sustainability. So myth number 1, I'll just recycle it. When I see people using something as silly as a plastic water bottle, and if I know them, I will call them out on it. And a response I often get is, oh, I'll just recycle it. Well, then I proceed to tell them the following. Only about 9% of all plastic globally gets recycled. Additionally, plastic can only be recycled one time. So yes, you bought that plastic water bottle one time, but guess what? You think you're gonna recycle and it's just gonna keep going? No, it can be recycled one time and that is it. About 75% of all the plastic that we ever buy has gone to the landfills where it doesn't biodegrade because plastic does not biodegrade. It just breaks down into smaller and smaller and smaller pieces until we call it microplastics. And then those microplastics make their way into the food chain and pollute the water because they release toxins, and they also pollute the soil because of these toxins that are being released as plastic degrades. In fact, 80% of all soil pollution comes from plastic that is degrading and releasing all of these toxins into the soil. The reason why plastic does not biodegrade is because when scientists make it from petroleum byproducts, the bonds, the chemical bonds that they use to make the polymer of plastic are not the same bonds that are biodegradable in the natural world. If scientists made plastic with those biodegradable bonds, then it would severely compromise plastic's durability. Like, you wouldn't want your jar of peanut butter to start degrading on you when you're still using the peanut butter. So that's why biodegradable plastic is not a reality yet. I hope it will be soon. So what can you do? Just buy a water bottle. There's so many different choices, and I've linked a couple down below. There's Clean Canteen, there's different like plastic that are BPA-free ones. There are even collapsible water bottles nowadays. Whatever it is, just choose the one that works for you and bring it. The second myth I would like to bust is the bamboo toothbrush bristles. With this whole bamboo toothbrush craze, which I also follow, people often assume that you can just toss the whole bamboo toothbrush into the compost bin, but that is not true. In fact, you have to kind of pluck the bristles out before you can compost it because those bristles are made from nylon, which is a form of a plastic compound. Of course, the reality is most people will not be doing the plucking. Another choice you have is to saw off the head, but again, I don't think people will engage in an activity that is inconvenient, which this most definitely is. So another choice, another alternative to a regular bamboo toothbrush with nylon bristles is a bamboo toothbrush with boar bristles. But of course, then you would be directly supporting the meat industry because boar bristles need to be plucked off the skin of a pig, like a boar. But that is in direct correlation with the meat factory. So, you know, you have to make your choice. Are you going to be supporting the meat industry? Are you going to be supporting the plastic industry? That is up to you. I cannot make that choice for you. I've linked a couple of toothbrushes down below if you don't have a bamboo toothbrush yet. Of course, a bamboo toothbrush is still a better choice environmentally than a fully plastic toothbrush because plastic toothbrush, the traditional kind, come with like 3 different types of plastic on them, so they're really difficult to recycle. The next myth is about coffee cups and their recyclability. Coffee cups are not actually recyclable. I'm still surprised that people think and assume that coffee cups are recyclable. In fact, it is so not true. They are lined with plastic inside, and it's really difficult for recycling machinery to pull away the plastic layer from the paper layer. In fact, if you toss your used coffee cup into the recycling bin, you render that whole bin to be unusable. So instead, just get a reusable coffee cup. There's collapsible ones, there's glass ones, there's steel ones. I've linked all of them down below. You can choose whatever works for your lifestyle and just bring one. You cannot imagine the number of times where I see people getting coffee or tea every single day in the cafeteria, and they are using the paper cups, and I don't understand why they don't just bring their own. The next myth to be busted is that cling wrap is recyclable. It is absolutely not, because A, it is contaminated with food, B, it jams the recycling machinery, and C, it's gross. Most municipalities don't even accept cling wrap as a recyclable material. So again, if you put that in your recycling bin, you render the whole bin unusable. So don't do it, because cling wrap is gross. For me, it just signifies everything that's like old-fashioned, because it is not needed and it is very, very dirty when you take it off. So why would you put it in the recycling? There are so many alternatives to cling wrap. You can use bowl covers that are made from fabric and a little bit of elastic to put over your unfinished meal. You can also use beeswax wraps or soy wax wraps that are made from fabric and just coat it with the wax to make a seal. You can put just about anything in these wraps. I've been using them for years now, and I will never ever use cling wrap again. Not that I used it before, I don't know why I said again. I never used it because I always thought it was a waste of money. Anyway, beeswax wraps or soy wax wraps are even easy to make yourself if you want. Maybe I'll make a video on that because I need to refresh mine. And they can go on forever, because all you need to do is add a little bit of wax on top, brush it on in your oven, and then your fabric wrap is as good as new. And the last myth I want to bust is going to be a little bit controversial because of all the vegans. And that is about vegan leather. When people say that they buy vegan leather and that it's better for the environment, I want to just collect myself and breathe deeply, because vegan leather is just plastic. Vegan leather is made from PVC or PU, which are forms of plastic, and they are, especially PVC, the worst kind of plastic that can be produced. It's been acknowledged by the scientific community. So yes, by choosing vegan leather, you are not choosing animal cruelty. Correct. However, by choosing vegan leather, you are also directly supporting the plastics industry and fossil fuel industry. Additionally, vegan leather is known to be way less durable and way thinner than regular leather, and it smells funny. Of course, there are other alternatives such as pineapple leather and apple leather, which are better than your regular PVC or PU leather, but they are still very difficult to find because they are not mainstream yet. So what to do? My best suggestion is to buy leather goods secondhand, because there's tons available and you can basically find anything you want. You can shop online, as I mentioned in my last video. You can go to your regular vintage store, but of course shoes are still kind of a little bit difficult, so I understand if that is a hang-up for people. However, there are companies that actually use used leather and recycle it to make new products. So I've put a link down in the description where you can see a couple of companies that engage in recycling leather for making new products. Shoes are not on there yet. I don't know of a company that makes recycled leather shoes. So if you do, comment down below with the name of the company. I would be really excited to check it out. So I don't know if it's a clear-cut choice between leather goods if you're vegan, or pleather, or vegan leather if you're vegan. I don't know. That's a choice that you can make. For me, the choice is to get secondhand leather goods for now, but I'm not vegan either. Whatever the choice that you make, you need to be aware that vegan leather is just plastic. So what you're doing is you're just buying plastic and putting it on your body. So there you are. Those are the 5 myths busted. I hope you found this information useful, and I hope it was new. Let me know in the comments below if you have any other myth to be busted ideas or anything that you have busted yourself, and I'll be glad, really glad to check it out. Thank you for watching once again. I'll see you next time. Bye. If you like this video, consider giving it a like down below, because that'll help me spread the message about sustainability.